Heavy hydrogen, or deuterium, was first discovered in late 1931 by Harold Urey at the University of Chicago. Urey sought out how hydrogen reacted with the radioactive materials. This is a branch of science known as spectroscopy. In order to make the discovery, Urey distilled 5 liters of cryogenically produced liquid hydrogen to 1 milliliter of liquid, using the low-temperature physics laboratory that had recently been established at the National Bureau of Standards in Washington, D.C. In April 1932, John Cockcroft and Ernest Walton were able to split the atom for the first time. They achieved this monumental feat at the Cavendish Laboratory in Cambridge in the UK. The experiment by Cockcroft and Walton split the nucleus at the heart of the atom with the protons that were lower in energy than seemed possible, as a result of quantum mechanical tunneling, a phenomenon new to physics. In 1934, the first nuclear fission reaction was achieved by Enrico Fermi of Italy. Fermi did this by taking as many of the known elements as possible and blasting them with neutrons. Neutrons had recently been discovered, and because of their neutral state, were better at creating new elements than anything before it. Sometimes the new isotopes were in fact radioactive. On January 29, 1939, Robert Oppenheimer learned about the discovery of fission. He quickly realized the military possibilities of this discovery, and that the process of fission releases excess neutrons or energy, and that it might be possible to build a bomb. Plutonium was first produced on February 23, 1941, by Glenn Seaborg, Edwin McMillan, Joseph Kennedy, and Arthur Wall. It was the second synthetic transuranium element of the Anticide series to be discovered. October 9, 1941, FDR gives the go-ahead for the development of an atomic weapon following a report from the National Academy of Sciences determining that a bomb is feasible. On December 6, 1941, FDR authorized the Manhattan Engineering District to create atomic bombs. Later called the Manhattan Project, it was the American program for researching and developing the first atomic bombs. The weapons produced were based solely upon the principles of nuclear fission of the uranium-235 and plutonium-239. They produced a chain reaction that released an immense amount of destructive heat energy. Although originally established in Manhattan, New York, by the Manhattan Engineering District of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the majority of research took place under Director General Leslie Groves at the Los Alamos Laboratory in New Mexico. Chicago Pile 1, or CP1 for short, was the world's first nuclear reactor to achieve criticality. It was built by the Manhattan Project's Metallurgical Laboratory at the University of Chicago. The first man-made self-sustaining nuclear chain reaction was initiated in CP1 on December 2, 1942, under the supervision of Enrico Fermi. Trinity was the codename of the first nuclear weapon detonation tested. The test was performed by the United States Army on July 16, 1945, as part of the Manhattan Project. The test was conducted in Alamogordo bombing and gunnery range in New Mexico. On August 6, 1945, Little Boy, a uranium bomb, was detonated over Hiroshima, Japan. It killed between 90,000 and 100,000 people immediately, and tens of thousands more from radiation poisoning. This was part of an attempt by President Truman to bring an earlier end to the war. On August 9, 1945, the U.S. dropped another atomic bomb on Japan as they are still trying to comprehend the devastation from Little Boy. This bomb, nicknamed Fat Man, was dropped on the Japanese city of Nagasaki, killing an estimated 40,000 people immediately, and another 20,000 to 40,000 in the months following from the explosion from radiation poisoning. On August 15th, 1945, Japanese Emperor Hiroto announced an unconditional surrender, ending World War II.